Hello again. This is me. I am working on another week post-surgery. Today I'm going to go over some stuff that's been really great so far. My doctor says I'm doing well. I was having a little bit of dizziness, but he thinks it's dehydration because it's been a little difficult for me to monitor my fluid goals with everything, because you have to eat and then wait another 45 minutes before you drink anything to maintain the level of fullness that you should have. And I've been doing that, but the problem is when it takes you half an hour to eat, half a cup of food, then you have to wait 45 minutes after that to have something. Sometimes you forget or you're on to other things, so usually I am. So I'm working on that. And I have this now from the hospital, and I use that to have all my drinks. It's numbered on the side so I can know how much I'm supposed to have. So no fancy glass today. Today is a hospital mug. Alright, I said I would show some things that makes it easy for me. I don't know if these things will make it easy for you, but it's easy for me. I took a lot of food classes before with nutritionists that were like, you need to eat everything on a smaller plate so that you fool your eyes and make you feel like you're having more. My brain doesn't work that way. It just sees food on a small plate, and not great. So it didn't helpful. However, now post surgery, super helpful, but not for the reason you would think. It's because I'm incredibly lazy and I don't want to measure everything all the time. So I have this, which is a container that I have left over from something my husband got. I think it was like a little cake or a pie or something that he got. And I use this if I'm packing lunch or leftovers for myself for the next day. And then this bowl. As you can see, this bowl fits in my hand. I know that if I don't fill this bowl, if I go almost half or about, I can actually go a little over half. If I go a little over half with this bowl, I can eat it, everything that's in there that is at time diet appropriate, which means if it was the pureed food, then I know I can have it. Now that I'm into having fruits, vegetables, steamed, and meats, that I know I can have it. And not just because it's in the bowl, but because the bowl only holds so much, and that's enough for me to feel full, eat in the time that I need to take, and have it work out. So that way it takes a lot of the guesswork out of measuring. This is what I eat out of at home. This is what I eat out of on the go. So they're both about the same. Now it's super easy to just dump this stuff in there and call it done, and then go about my business and do what I need to do, because I don't want to measure everything. And this also helps me when I go out. I know now, because I've been taking my bowl and filling it and then dumping it on other plates and vessels so that are of separate sizes, so that I know something that is about this size will hold this much for me comfortably. And that is making it super easy for me to remember how much of anything I should have at any time. There was a little bit of fear involved, but lately, because as my diet begins to expand and I can have more things and I can essentially go back to what I was always eating before, just not in the large amounts, I am now to be making better food choices. Knowing how things work, listen to my body when it says it's hungry or thirsty and not just wants to eat. These are the things I'm working on now, and that kind of gives me a little bit of fear, because that means that control is back into my hands. And while I enjoy having control of my life in my hands, when you do, then it means you're also responsible for it, and that can be a little scary for someone that's got food problems. But I think since it's taken so long for the surgery to happen and everything else to go down, I think I'm in a pretty good place. I'm still working out 5 days a week. Actually I work out 7 days a week, but I go to the gym 5 days a week. So, and it's pretty much the same stuff at the gym. I ride maybe 3 to 5 miles on the bike, and then do leg day, and then arms day, and chest day, and then all over everybody day, and then bike and treadmill day. So, but on the 2 days that I don't go, I used to just not go, but now I feel like I should be doing something on those days, because before I was like, well, I walk the dog and that's just enough, and now I feel like I should be doing something. So I subscribe to another YouTube channel called The Kilted Coaches, and they do a lot of workouts that I can do. And they have a dynamic workout that's super great, and if you do a couple reps of it, they said it could be a workout, but I use it kind of as the warm-up that I use before I go for my walking jog with the dog. And it's fantastic. It's not just because they're great to look at and the accents are super helpful. It's that, they have a lot of fitness knowledge and they're really helpful as far as motivating me. And, like I said, they're not bad to look at. I have the support of lots of my friends because I post other things in other places, and they chime in and tell me, keep it up, and I have been, and you don't get a lot done without that kind of support. Also, I've been looking into some beginner yoga on YouTube and checking those out, so I haven't found a channel that I really love yet or that I see, but when I do, I'll let you know, and you can check it out if you want, or I urge you to find your own. There are so many great channels out there. Find one that speaks to you and go with it, and because you can get super comfortable. I have so many things that I follow for foods that I make and things that I do. If you ever want to know, you can ask me or check me out. And now we will go into what I have been eating as of late. So it is Wednesday, so we'll go through breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the last 3 days, and then I've got to find a yoga workout to do and some stretching because it is 9:55? No, 8:55. It's 8:55, and I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to head out on my walk and jog with the dog so I can get it done with and start the rest of my day. So this week I had eggs for breakfast, or an egg cup. I made a bunch of them earlier in the week. And it's just eggs with vegetables that I sauteed and mushrooms and some ground meats. Put it in cupcake tins, baked in the oven, and now I have a bunch of them. And I just pop one of those out and cut half a piece of toast and call that a breakfast. Also farina or cream of wheat, because I really love cream of wheat, so I can have it. So I have some of that another day. And then on the other day, I have oatmeal. I need to find out if I can have cereal, and ask my nutritionist if that's a good idea for me to do, because I really love cereal, but I haven't had any in 7 or 8 months. For lunch, we go to the Asian market and we get bags of dumplings, and I steam maybe 4 or 5. Yesterday I had 5. Now remember, I'm having these 4 or 5 dumplings, and I'm not just eating them I'm having 5 dumplings because it's in my bowl and I can have it fast. I'm having 5 dumplings, and it's taking me about half an hour to eat them. So if you want to do that, then that's fine. If not, if you don't like dumplings, find something else that you like that is in fitting with your diet and amounts that you can have. But that's just what I had because it's super easy, and like I said, I just like to get this stuff done and out of the way with it. I don't want to stress over it because it's not fun. Then also for lunch, I may have half of a sandwich. I love tuna, or lately my thing has been crackers and tuna. So I'll have a couple tablespoons of tuna, and then tuna salad, and then a little bit of a few crackers, and that's good. I love that. Now for dinner, I usually make stuff because I cook. So I make curry. I made Korean cold noodle. Yesterday I made this. It wasn't great. It was my husband said it was a miss. It was I won't say what it was because it wasn't great, but it was a boxed meal that you get from your grocery store that is supposed to help you make things more tasty with pasta, and it did not go great. I followed the directions and it was not fantastic. But today I think I'm going to make bulgogi, and that and all of that stuff gets served with rice, and I have my size portion, this size portion. Also, I'll take out whatever's left over if I'm going to have some tomorrow, and it's going to go in here for myself, and that could be my lunch for tomorrow. because I'll be eating my dinner probably out of this. So I have stuff like that. It makes it super easy. If you want the recipes, seriously, I get most of the stuff that I make from YouTube. I look on there, here I should say, and I look for things that I want to find out how to make, and I follow the recipes and make them, and they've all come out really great so far. My issue, like I said, was portions, and I'm good with portions now that I'm under control with that. Like, if you can find a lot of what you need to find, super easy to get, and do it yourself. If you don't have the time, you know what? I'd like to hear some suggestions about that. So if you know ways that are not just quick, but I mean convenient ways for me or anybody else that may be watching to do things, feel free to let me know so that we can, converse with each other about how to make things easier, because I'm all about convenience and making things easy, but I know what makes it easy for me, and if I want to do something really to help out others, I need to know what's convenient for them. So just get back to me and let me know what shortcuts or easy recipes or places to go to shop or things that are pre-made that you work with that make it easy for you after you've had bariatric surgery, or just in healthy eating in general, or in exercise, how you can fit all that in general. And I'll be glad to pass it along or look at it for myself to see if it'll work for me. And if someone else likes it, then they can see if it works for them. Beyond that, I guess I am good for the day, so I've got to go and get my workout on. I am now quite a few pounds down than I were before. I haven't got weighed in lately because my doctor said stay off the scale, so I don't go on the scale. I just know all my clothes are getting big and my belt has gotten tighter. And as that goes, I feel pretty good about it. So I hope to hear from anyone soon, and I hope that everyone's having a great day. Till then, bye-bye.